Yay! Souffle!
Woo! Okay.
I can't believe you're doing this. That's awesome.
Neither can I.
Lisa's a warrior.
Why do I do this to myself? I don't know.
She's a warrior chef. Woo!
Hey, you got to challenge yourself, right? I mean,
What's life without a challenge?
You got to just challenge yourself, I think. Flipping through recipes, you're like, that sounds like a good idea.
And now she's like, what was I thinking?
I mean, look, things like this, they sound scary, but it's really just, you're on a wing and a prayer. Did you beat the eggs enough? Did you do it enough? It's either going to happen or it's not. It's kind of like life, right?
No, it's just like, that's how it is. It's our life in the kitchen.
Sometimes this might screw up. I don't think it will, but it could, and that's okay.
It's possible, but we're going to try it. Or notice that I said we as I'm sitting over here.
I noticed how you got in there.
I just slid in the all-encompassing we.
The royal we. Well, here's a quick teaser. Everybody watching tonight, Debrianna and I went on a field trip today, and it was fun. And we met the coolest people, and they make incredible bread. And that's, I think, next week. We're going to do the show next week, so it was great.
Yeah, it's super fun. Their bread is so alive. I'm so excited for you guys to meet them and see what they do.
And if
did you eat a piece? I ate a piece as soon as I came home.
Did you really? Mine's sitting in a bag right there, like Lisa's yummy bread. Don't touch.
No, I was like, get the knife, get the butter. We had a nice thick slice.
Sooner. What is it? Raisin? Cinnamon raisin?
Yeah, it's cinnamon raisin, walnut. Oh my God, it's so good. Yeah.
Well, folks, we hope
it's the state of the onion. So let's get on it. Joe Biden's coming on.
All right. Okay. We want to make it to listen to see what the union's going on. Okay. So what am I doing? I'm making a chocolate souffle. Now, if you're going to do a Valentine's, what better way to be like, wow, somebody than a homemade thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's actually quite simple. It's not too crazy. It's just, you just have to do the things right.
Yeah, that's it. It's just precision.
So the first thing I did was preheat the oven to 350. Okay, done. Mm-hmm. Check that. Now, there are very few ingredients to this, okay? It's just, first thing you do is take if you're going to do a big souffle, which is what I'm going to do tonight, you could do small ramekins and make 6, probably, maybe 7, depending on how much batter there is. But I'm going to do the big one, and I just buttered it with salted butter. Okay. Now I'm going to take some.
What's better than butter? Hello, nothing.
I'm going to take some granulated sugar, and I'm just going to set this aside. But you know how you coat something with flour? Well, guess what you get to do with the souffle? You get to coat it with sugar. So it's kind of great. And I'm just, coating the inside here with regular sugar. And
did you leave all your ingredients out to come to room temperature first?
Yes, that is very key. So what do? It's 4 eggs, even though you're going to use 4 whites and 3 yolks. So get out 4 eggs and let them sit out. Yes, it's okay. But again, disclaimer, if something happens to you with salmonella, it's not our fault.
We're not scientists.
And then you're also going to get salted butter to room temp. What else do you do to room temp? I think that's it for this.
If your flour's in the freezer like mine is, you might get it out.
Right. Yeah. There's no flour in this. There's no flour. It's all egg whites, chocolate. The other ingredients are, so you got enough butter to butter the dish, the souffle dish.
Uh-huh.
Then it's a 1/4 cup sugar, not including the part where you have to coat this with the butter and sugar.
Okay.
8 ounces or 1 cup finely chopped semi-sweet chocolate, or if you have really high-end chips, a cup of those. A teaspoon of pure vanilla extract, 3 large egg yolks, lightly beaten, 4 large egg whites, and then a 1/4 teaspoon cream of tartar, and that's it. So what did I do? What did I
Wow.
do first? Okay, so let me put this to the side. So this is now coated with sugar going.
And that's actually a souffle container, right?
This is a legit, French brand thing of this. Okay. Now, can you use something else? I don't know.
I don't either. I know it has to be deep like that. So
I got this at Las Cosas here in Santa Fe, which is our premier kitchen shop, and it was not expensive. These aren't crazy. So get one because you're going to want to make this all the time. And then, if you've got the ramekins and you've got the tall, deep ramekins, you could just do you have something like that, Debrianna, that you could show them?
The little ones? Yeah. I have little ones.
You have do you have the medium ones or?
I don't know. No, they're not. They're small. Mine are small.
Okay, I've got every size of ramekin there is, but I can't get to it because my laptop's sitting in front of it. Okay, so this is sugared. I'm putting it to the side. Okay.
Okay.
And you want to bake it on a cookie sheet with a ridge so that if anything.
Someone's asking 8 or 10-inch diameter.
It is what I have here in this recipe that I'm using, it says a 1.5 quart tall sided baking dish. So I don't know. I mean, it looks like 8 to me. It doesn't look like 10. It looks like 8. I'm just gonna eyeball it. Okay. There you go.
All right. You know what? This is how crazy I am with baking. I have a ruler on a magnet that I stick to my refrigerator. So I can measure anything in an emergency.
I take Seamus's school ruler all the time and measure stuff like the fry pan or whatever. Okay.
Yep.
All right. So what did I do?
Okay, Lisa in that damn double boiler, as you know, I say it every time she uses it.
So what did I do beforehand? The first thing you want to do is after you sugar and butter your souffle dish, I took a double boiler, or you can take just a regular pot and put, a glass bowl over it or a metal bowl, whatever you want to do, because you don't want the chocolate to burn. And I took that 8 ounces of chocolate and I melted it with, get this, a teaspoon of pure vanilla and a 1/4 cup water. So it is.
What?
It is like this. Like
wow,
vanilla-y chocolate sauce, and you have to get it melted beautifully, no clumping, nothing. And I was like, I was kind of a little bit, hesitant, but it's been cooling and it's all good. It just I'm just going with it.
All right.
And then you got to separate the eggs. So I took 4 eggs. Here are the 4 egg whites.
Okay.
And here are the 3 egg yolks, and I've lightly beaten them. And then the extra yolks I'm just saving for tomorrow.
That's right.
An egg dish with the bread.
Some kind of delicious thing to eat. Yes.
Okay. All right. So I separated my eggs. And the chocolate is cooling. All right. So now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use an electric mixer. I'm going to beat these egg whites with a 1/4 teaspoon of cream of tartar, which I couldn't find, but I did, thank God.
So the cream of tartar helps the egg whites stay stiff. Yeah. That's so they don't fall down.
It's really important. It's really important.
Why you need that.
You need it. And if anybody tells you that you don't need it, no. When it comes in,
just say, no, I do too.
Yeah, you do need. So a quarter teaspoon of this. There's that. Okay, a tiny bit more. It's a little bit off. You know, your eyebrows.
I learned an interesting trick yesterday. I found out, I was reading a cookbook because that's what I do. And I was reading in, I think it was Cook's County, that one, that to make, I do egg drop in my soups a lot. Like if I'm just making a quick ramen or something and I want to put a protein in, I add an egg to it and make it like an egg drop. Well, this is how you get the egg to be light and fluffy and streamy like they do in the Chinese restaurants. You add a teaspoon of cornstarch to the beaten egg.
Whoa. Okay, I didn't know that.
I never, and it worked. It was an interesting trick.
I always thought you just put it in and it floured like that, but it's not. You have to do the cornstarch.
No, it doesn't ever. I never could get it to be the way it is in the Chinese restaurants.
Wow. And
so
now
you
did you try it?
Yep, you bring it to the boil, you ladle the egg on top and let it sit for a second, and then you turn the pot back up to boil and drag your fork through, and it worked perfectly.
Wow.
Yeah.
See the tips you get on Corona Kitchen? All right. Okay. So I'm going to beat these until medium-high peaks form, and then I'm going to, about 2 minutes, and then I'm going to slowly add a 1/4 cup of granulated sugar. Okay?
Okay.
Do not overbeat, it says.
Okay.
So you know eggs are temperamental.
Yeah. So it's medium-high speed?
Peak.
Or what's
peak?
Okay, peaks. And what's the speed you're going to beat it on? Do you know?
It's going to be on medium-high until peaks form, about 2 minutes, and then gradually add sugar. Beat until stiff, glossy peaks form, about 5 minutes. Do not overbeat.
Okay.
And that's an order.
Keep an eye on it, people.
Okay, so talk
egg white.
Talk to me. What's going on, Debrianna?
Yeah, I know. The reason I asked about the speed was because remember when I made that meringue that you don't want to incorporate air too fast into a meringue. So but that's different than what you're going to do with the souffle, the egg white. So it's egg whites are so interesting. You know, the properties. It's all this part's baking is so much science.
We're doing chemistry right now. We're doing chemistry, and I mean, it has to do with moisture in the air or the temperature. There's so many factors, to getting it to work. But I have faith.
Yeah.
I have faith.
The other thing that happens too is like bakers will weigh the egg whites, because even though it says large egg, you don't know how much egg white is actually in there. So a lot of times, to be really precise, you use a weight measure, not a cup measure or a teaspoon measure.
It can get so crazy and specific. If you want to go there, it is there for you.
Yeah.
If you want to do what I'm doing, you don't do that.
I know. Lisa's like, I'm gonna make a souffle. I was like, really? Even Andre today, the baker, was like, he's like talking to me on the side. He goes, aren't souffles kind of hard? I'm like, I don't know. Lisa's gonna try it. It's either gonna work or it isn't.
Tell them why we have to use room temp eggs.
Well, if it's cold, that you know how you are. If you're cold, you tighten up, and when you're warm, you relax some, and so that just helps everything incorporate better.
Also, I have to have room temp eggs because you don't want this shock to happen when I give it to the cool off chocolate. You don't want scrambled eggs, okay? Because you don't want it to cook.
Ew.
So that would be gross. Okay, so here's some soft peaks, okay?
Yeah, here. Yeah, there it is. It's standing up, but not the
glossy peaks that I'm going to make right now I'm adding the 1/4 cup of sugar. So what else is happening?
Yeah. And now, and when they say glossy, it is so obvious that it's glossy. I mean, you don't miss the gloss.
It's very different. Right now, it's a little bit matte. So
yeah.
Here we go.
Oh, if anybody's watching from last week or the week before when I told you I lost my earring.
Oh, Kelly!
Oh my God, I found it. I have not stopped looking. Okay, the day I lost my earring, I came home and it was dark, so I couldn't go out and look for it. And then it snowed, and I couldn't go out and look for it again. But I have looked every day for 2 weeks for that earring. And I am telling you, I've looked. The trail that I walk on has got a lot of glass and, you know, people throw stuff. But I was walking on the pavement part of the trail. There's you know, grass and stuff and everything all around. It's a real trail. People bike on it and walk and skateboard. And I'm looking down and I just catch out of the corner of my eye a glint, and I'm like, oh, the glass. And then I went, that was kind of purple. So I looked down, and that's my briolet. Now my briolet's like as big as my pinky nail. I'm like, oh my God. And it's like an inch or two away from a crack in the sidewalk. So I'm down there on my hands and knees. People walking by must have thought I was an idiot, because I'm like, now I'm starting to cry. And I'm like, oh my God. And I find the other end, which is a little gold loop with the diamond in it. And that's still there. So I call my friend at the jewelry shop. I'm like, because that was the one piece they couldn't replicate. They didn't have any more amethysts. So I call her. I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe I found my earring.
It's a miracle.
It's a miracle. So I found the one piece. The rest of it's there. Just keep looking. So I hang up with her and I'm looking around and I turn, and on the wall that's right near the tunnel I came out of is sitting my gold hoop. Someone put the gold hoop on the wall, and for some reason, it was still there from whenever somebody put it there. And I turned around and thought, I could not believe it. It was shocking. So that was the end of my story. My friend told me, Kelly, if you're on here, Kelly said, imagine a gold ribbon around your earring and start pulling it toward you. So I was doing that every day.
I just love stories of love and kindness, don't you? Of somebody.
Yeah, it was a miracle. I was just like, what?
Glossy,
gorgeous.
And I think this is good enough.
Don't overbeat. Don't overbeat.
Do not overbeat. Okay. So the next move is I'm going to fold the egg yolks into the chocolate, or the chocolate into the egg yolk. And hopefully it's not going to be scrambled eggs. And then I'm going to transfer that. That's going to be going into this egg whites that I just did. Okay. And then if I fold that, that will go into the big souffle dish. And then
okay. So the thing is, the folding thing is trying to keep the air in there. That's why you want it to be, that's the souffle part, the airy part.
It's not a stir. It's a fold.
It's not a stir. It's a fold.
So I'm taking these things out now to get all the egg whites off. Okay, just hoping for the best. Everybody, cross your fingers.
Okay.
We got the sugar in there, but
the other thing is, isn't that true? You don't want to open the oven door while it's in there, while it's cooking.
Oh yeah, you will be tempted. Thanks for reminding me. I'm gonna put on the oven light right now. Do not open it up. It will fall. I'm going to take a photo and maybe some video when I take it out. And I'm going to dust this with powdered sugar, by the way, and put on some fresh raspberries. And that's really all you need. It's going to be delicious. And P.S., even if it doesn't work out, Seamus will eat it. So
it'll still be delicious.
Okay, so 30 to 35 minutes. It says do not open during the first 25 minutes. So or you will, kill it.
Or you're done. It's not a souffle, it's a souffle.
Okay, so here's the 3 egg yolks. It's really simple. When you think about it, it's not that hard. I mean,
don't you wonder how like somebody made that up? Like who thought of it? Because souffles have been around for like hundreds of years, right?
I mean, let's just look at the French for a second. I'm sure it was before France, but I mean, what they do with eggs and dairy products. it's
so amazing. It always blows my mind.
So this is totally cool. See, I can taste it. It's not hot. I'm going to now transfer this to this. I'm really hoping for the best. I'll be super bummed if it curdles or does something weird. But see, I have room temp egg yolk, so it's not like that shock of like cold to hot, you know? That's right. So, okay, here we go, folks. It's bowls. The kitchen looks like it exploded around here. If you could only see what I see on the other side. Okay.
No.
So
that's what cutting is for.
Put it in now.
All right. So you're putting the chocolate into the egg yolk.
Yes.
Right?
Yes,
okay.
This is called the souffle base. Okay, so far so good. So far so good. Okay, looking good. Beautiful, beautiful color. I'm trying to get all.
What kind of chocolate did you use?
I just used a Guittard. I had some chips, you know. I had the sweet chocolate chips, but you know, Guittard, good high-end brand of chocolate. You just don't want to use crap chocolate.
I love those chocolate chips.
No crap chocolate, okay?
Mm-mm.
So
no, I like their white chocolate chips too. They're really good.
It's a great brand. That's because that's all they do. All they do is make chocolate. That's it. Okay. So this added to it by adding the vanilla to, and weird with water. Like I'd never seen that before. So
I'm shocked about the water. That blew my mind. But
I know, and I'm just like, okay, I'm just gonna go for this new recipe. It's different from what I've done before, but it's all good. You know, you gotta try new things.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is ready to go. Look, it's beautiful.
Oh, gorgeous. Oh, that's so pretty. Yep.
Okay, so let's see.
So now what? You're gonna fold in the egg white?
So now let's see. Fold egg whites into souffle base. This is the souffle base. Okay. Oh my God, I'm sweating. I am sweating. I think I'm gonna take off this sweater and look at my t-shirt. It's really funny. It's from
awesome.
It's from The Onion.
Don't make me thought. Ay.
I figured you would appreciate that.
Here, I wore my Handmaid's Tale color.
And there you go. Okay. Whew. All right. So the thing's ready to go on the cookie sheet. The souffle pan here. I'm gonna fold this in. Maybe I should actually show people something other than my sweaty face. Okay.
Okay.
Can they see it with the follow us thing, or should we?
Here, I'm gonna see if I can take that off. I don't know if I remember how I did that. Oh, here, yes.
You know what's crazy?
I took it off.
This is like the perfect pudding consistency right now.
Okay. Oh, nice. Okay.
And it's not curdled, so I'm really proud of myself right now.
Yeah.
Take those moments and pat yourself on the back. Okay, here comes the eggs. Here comes the eggs. I'm just putting it in.
Lisa's a great mom. I'm like, just keep going.
Keep going. You got this, like in the White Lotus when she says you got this and it falls off the bowl.
Did anybody else watch the Grammys? They were great this year. I really
watched the Grammys.
I loved it.
They were awesome. I heard the performances were really great.
The performances were really good. It was such a great show. There was so much inclusivity of people and all across the board, from ethnicity to gender to just all kinds of music. It was really a really good show. Oh, look at that. That looks delicious.
I'm doing a fold, Debrianna. I'm doing a fold here.
I see it folding. That's good. Nobody's going to do those egg whites.
If my mom is watching right now, she's totally holding her breath. Trust me. It's like, will she do it right? My grandmother.
Okay, so how much do you want it all incorporated, the chocolate?
I mean, you don't want to kill it, but you want it just as it incorporates, right? You don't want to kill it.
Okay.
But like there's still a little too much white, and I wanted a beautiful.
Streaking, the streaks, yeah, okay.
Okay, so yeah, there may be a little bit of streaks, but I'm too afraid to overdo it, so I'm gonna stop in like
Okay, that looks good.
2 more folds. See, this is where I go wrong right now. Okay.
Okay, stop.
Okay, stop.
Stop.
So here's the thing. Okay, here we go. We're gonna I'm very excited to eat.
So I'm excited to see this.
Yeah, me too. I hope it works out.
Honestly, I've never made a souffle. You're braver than me.
What? Are you kidding? You haven't?
Never, no.
Brianna, what's up with that?
I know. I'm gonna have to try one now.
You got to make this for David on Valentine's Day, because I'm telling you, nothing better.
All right.
Nothing better.
All right. My husband's got his ear to the.
He's like, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Can I have a souffle?
And what's so fun about it is you put it in and you've got 35 minutes. So it's like you got the table set. You know, you could have this all ready and you're having your main meal and then put it in because you want to have it warm from the oven, have all the stuff, and then you watch it deflate and it's kind of fun and you know.
Okay.
All right, this is it.
My birthday's Thursday, so we're going to Izanami, which is my favorite birthday place.
Nice. I'm so tempted to eat this, but I'm not going to.
I know, but isn't there a thing that says don't eat raw eggs? So if you do eat it, we have a disclaimer. Don't do what I do. Do as I say.
Do as I say. Do as I do. Okay. So, I'm just going to rinse my hand off there, and I'm going to show this to you, and it's beautiful, and I'm really hoping that it's going to be good. Okay.
Oh, it looks gorgeous. Okay. All right, 35 minutes.
Okay, and you want to put it on something with a ridge. I don't know, so if, in case it explodes, I don't know. That's what they say. So I'm putting it here in the middle, and off we go. Bye.
In the oven it goes.
Good luck.
Okay, so 35 minutes. Don't open the oven door.
350. Okay, there it is, folks. Bye. Woo! Okay.
Bravo, Missy.
Timer, don't forget the timer.
And we can slide in time for the State of the Onion address tonight.
Well, here's the thing is that about this too is that, oh God, what did I do? Okay, the timer's working. What was I going to say? Don't open the door, like we said before. Don't be tempted. I put on the oven light. It's all going to work out.
Yes, that's it. Yes, and we're going to encourage people to watch the State of the Union.
7 o'clock.
And not to watch the rebuttal.
Yeah, watch the actual thing and make an opinion for yourself.
Yeah. Yay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we encourage all things good. And just FYI, there is an election going on in Wisconsin, which will determine the makeup of the Supreme Court there. And that's, it's very important that you pay attention to your local politics, because in our state, there are 2 counties that are trying to ban abortion within our state that allows abortion. So you have to pay attention to your local politics. It can't just be on the macro level. The micro levels are very, very important for women's rights right now. I don't know if you saw this. Did you see the other day this woman? See, this is the makeup of the courts, how important they are all the way up the line. A woman was had an infant baby breastfeeding. Her husband, and she was late for a visitation for her ex-husband because she was breastfeeding. And he took her to court, and the judge sided with him that she had to bottle feed. Wow. And not breastfeed the baby. Wow. So, this is the thing. We all have to pay attention and be involved. And it's, we can't just look away anymore, because too many of our rights little by little are getting chipped away, and that's how it happens. It doesn't often come down like Lisa's t-shirt says.
This is an onion, but it's actually true.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So get involved. WISDEMS, WISDEMS. There's a, if you can't give money, and money's always good. If you can't give money, give time. Write a postcard, make some phone calls. Let's go get this.
You really don't think that your voice matters, but as a person who did work in a state government capacity at one point in my life, it makes a difference. It makes a difference if you call.
Makes a big difference. Yep. Okay, kids, let's go watch the State of the Onion and wait for Lisa's souffle.
Hoping for the
let
best.
Lisa go stand in front of a fan.
Hoping for the best. Think good thoughts for me, everybody, and be safe out there and have a great Valentine's.
Happy Valentine's Day!
Celebrate it this weekend if you don't celebrate it on the day.
Yeah. Bye, guys. We'll see you next week.